The director of a rural broadband program exited with a warning about the shift to worse satellite internet. Apple considered making the iPhone 17 Air completely port-free. And a show based on Philip K. Dick's The Variable Man is in the works. It's Monday, March 17th, and this is Engadget News. Evan Feinman, who directed the $42.5 billion Broadband Equity, Access, and Deployment Program meant to bring high-speed internet access to rural areas, exited the role on Friday after he was not reappointed for a new term, according to ProPublica's Craig Silverman. In an email sent to staffers, which Silverman shared screenshots of on Blue Sky, Feinman warned against changes proposed by the new administration that could benefit technology that delivers slower speeds at higher costs to the household paying the bill in order to line Elon Musk's pockets. BEAD was established back in 2021, and the new Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, recently announced that the Commerce Department would be overhauling the program, which he said has not connected a single person to the internet due to the previous administration's handling of it. In a statement, Lutnick called for a tech-neutral stance, which would do away with the preference for faster fiber connections and open the door for a shift toward satellite internet, like that offered by Elon Musk's Starlink. Lutnick also slammed woke mandates, favoritism towards certain technologies, and burdensome regulations. In the email shared on Sunday, Feinman urged colleagues to speak up in favor of removing needless requirements, but warned against a shift away from fiber. The bottom line is, he wrote, the new administration seems to want to make changes that ignore the clear direction laid out by Congress. Reduce the number of American homes and businesses that get fiber connections, and increase the number that get satellite connections. The degree of that shift remains unknown, but regardless of size, it will be a disservice to rural and small-town America. Stranding all or part of rural America with worse internet so that we can make the world's richest man even richer is yet another in a long line of betrayals by Washington. The so-called iPhone 17 Air, which is rumored to be coming this fall, is said to be Apple's thinnest iPhone ever. But if the company had gone through some of its earlier plans for the device, slimness may not have been the most talked about element. In the Power On newsletter, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman writes that Apple at one time planned to ditch the USB-C port to make the Air device Apple's first completely port-free iPhone. The company reportedly shelved the idea to avoid sparking fresh problems with EU regulators. According to Gurman, however, Apple is still holding on to it for future slim iPhones, depending on the success of the iPhone 17 Air. Apple is expected to release 4 iPhones this year in line with its strategy of the last few years, with the one currently nicknamed the iPhone 17 Air being roughly 2 millimeters thinner than the rest. Sonny Dixon, who leaked the information this weekend, shared a series of photos said to be of iPhone 17 dummies, showing just how slim the Air could look alongside the rest of the family. Gurman reports that the iPhone 17 Air will be priced at around $900, sitting between the entry-level iPhone 17 and the 2 higher-end models with similar battery life to what we're already used to, a roughly 6.6-inch screen, dynamic island, and the camera control button. Of course, nothing's been confirmed officially yet, but the iPhone 17 rumors and leaks are sure to keep coming over the next few months. According to Deadline, Humans writers Jonathan Brackley and Sam Vincent are working on an adaptation of Philip K. Dick's 1953 novella, The Variable Man. The show is being produced by Motive Pictures in a partnership with Electric Shepherd Productions, which is run by the late author's daughter, Isa Dick Hackett. The Variable Man follows a tinkerer turned accidental time traveler named Thomas Cole, who is transported from 1913 into the future and suddenly finds himself a reluctant player in an interplanetary conflict. It's being written for a UK broadcaster, according to Deadline, but there may be hope for a US release. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism exclusively from Cheyenne McDonald and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.